Hey DIYers, what's up? Mike Boards with the Mike Boards channel. Thank you for watching. We're talking Mercruiser outdrive or stern engines. And in today's video, we're going to show you how to pressure test your lower unit. Let's get started. All right, DIYers, back at the Craftsman workstation. And again, we're going to perform a pressure test on our lower unit. We just finished up rebuilding it. And prior to putting on the propeller, we're going to perform that test. Our kit came with these three pieces. In our case, with the Mercruiser, we have the smallest one. And each of them come with a rubber O-ring for an airtight seal. Here's the hand pump and gauge, as well as the fitting that those will fit into. We've got a couple miscellaneous pieces of rubber. We will need those up top to create an airtight seal. And to do that, we're going to use our C-clamp. We also have a flathead screwdriver because what we have to do, this little fitting right here, that thread is going to screw into the bleeder port. So we need to remove that. What I'll do is reposition the camera and we will get started. What I did next was rotate the entire stand and lower unit 180 degrees, and I also added some shipping paper to the back because I needed a little support to help hold this lower unit more forward and up on the stand itself, and that's going to give us the access we need to remove this drain port. On the opposite side, there's my C-clamp, and I used two pieces of rubber on top to create that airtight seal on that oil feed gasket and hole. Down below, I used an additional rubber to alleviate scratching. In addition, I have a thick flathead screwdriver, a pick tool, the fitting, and a brand new yellow rubber O-ring for the drain port screw. First, I'll grab the thick flathead screwdriver. I'm going to align it and properly and safely remove the drain screw, as shown here. Set that in a safe location. Next, I'll grab the pick tool. I'm going to carefully remove the old O-ring or gasket, as you see right there. Grab some paper towel and just maybe about 5 to 10 seconds clean out the inner thread that drain screw screws into. Pretty dirty. Next, I grab the adapter. Ensure that your O-ring is installed. I am not going to install the new seal yet. I'm just going to properly align the thread. Do not cross thread this. It should go in extremely efficiently and easy. If it's not going in, back it out, realign it, and begin screwing it in again. Do not over tighten it, but you do want it snug, as shown here. Next, I'll grab the hand pump, and here is the fitting here. I will align it and apply some friendly pressure until it clicks and locks in place, as shown there. What I'll do next, grab the hand pump. I'll try to give you a good view of this. The first couple pumps, maybe 5 pumps, your gauge may not register because you are putting air into a hollow case, and it may take a few seconds to fill that gap with air. And ours is registering. Again, with our specific serial number, we have between 13 to 17 psi. And in the event that you hear hissing as you pressurize this, go ahead and release your air from the case and pinpoint the leak and address it. As you can see, I'm just shy of 5 psi, and this takes a few minutes and some friendly strength. Right now we're just shy of maybe 8 or 9. And DIYers, here we are dead on 15 psi, as you can see here. And right now, great news. No hissing or any signs of this air bleeding out the rebuilt case. Taking a step back, and again, here's the configuration. We are holding 15 psi, as you can see right there. And right now we're going to give it maybe about 3 to 4 hours. And if any air seeps out of that, we need to address whatever is causing that. However, if we come back in about 3 to 4 hours and it is dead locked on 15, again, we are very happy. That is a successfully rebuilt lower unit. DIYers, here we are at the halfway mark, and most people will do this for about 30 to 40 minutes. However, we're going to do it for 3 hours. As you can see, we are still deadlocked at 15 psi. And at the halfway mark, what we are going to do is rotate the propeller shaft, and the service manual calls for this because in the event that your lower unit is creating an airtight seal in the present position, great. However, if you move the propeller shaft and it begins hissing, that's not good. That needs to be addressed. And in our case, moving the propeller shaft back and forth doesn't do anything. And that is what we were hoping for, still deadlocked at 15. And again, the service manual calls for that because the present position may be holding an airtight seal. However, the movement of the prop shaft, if you hear hissing, that needs to be addressed. That's not good. However, in our case, both stationary and movement back and forth with the prop shaft, it is locked on 15, and that is good. We'll see you in a little bit. All right, DIYers, back at it. Got the gloves back on, and here is the pressure gauge. Again, deadlocked at 15 PSI. That is a successful pressure test. What we'll do now is press the pressure release valve, and we are going to drain all the PSI out of the case. And once it zeroes out, I'll set the pump down. We are going to remove the fitting. We are now going to carefully unscrew the adapter from the lower drain port. Set that aside. And I went back to the OEM style gaskets, as you see here, as opposed to the rubber. What I'll do is grab the drain port screw and put the gasket over the actual screw there, as you see. And I'm going to screw this in. Again, do not cross thread this. That's the last thing you want to do. You want it snug, but do not over tighten it either. I changed camera angles. I'm now going to remove the C-clamp and carefully, no need to rush this part. You don't want to scratch your lower case. Mine's pretty beat up, so in our case it doesn't matter much. And again, the two rubber pieces here, and you can see where the little piece of rubber made an imprint on the top oil feed O-ring. Coming back up top, just ensure that your rubber O-ring is still in place and not damaged. From here, let's rotate the stand and lower unit. And we did just that. As you can see, we are positioned now where we have access to the rear portion of the case, propeller shaft, bearing carrier, etc. DIYers, this is an incredible hand pump and gauge kit. We definitely recommend it. However, scrolling above right now is a link to a video that talks about the common causes of an unsuccessful pressure test for lower units. So in the event that you are pressure testing your lower unit and you are unable to hold air, definitely check that out. And hopefully we can help you pinpoint the cause of why you're not holding air. From here, do us a favor, below the video, you will see that thumbs up icon. Click on that, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Definitely ring your YouTube bell. That would be very helpful to us. We'd really appreciate it. Thanks again for watching.